In 2003, a fire lookout heard herself speak before she spoke. The echo came first, 3 seconds before her mouth opened. Her own voice, through the tower air, reporting a fire at bearing 270. She heard it. Then, 3 seconds later, said it. The words matched exactly. The fire was confirmed at bearing 270. In 2010, a lookout heard her echo say, "Fire spotted," and deliberately tried to say something else. Tried to say, "Testing echo," her mouth said, "Fire spotted," against her intention, exactly what the echo had already said. She requested immediate transfer. It was granted. In 2017, new lookouts were briefed on the echo during orientation. They were told, "Do not resist it." A supervisor showed medical reports documenting what happened to the lookout who tried. Seizure. Loss of consciousness. 3 days hospitalized. The protocol now says the echo is a normal operational occurrence. This is about fire lookouts who hear their own words before they say them, who cannot change those words once the echo is spoken. And what happens to the ones who try? On July 19, 2003, Fire Lookout Celeste Morrow began her 4th week of a solo rotation at Ridgecrest Lookout Station, Flathead National Forest, Montana. Experienced lookout. 3 prior seasons. Known for precise fire spotting and clean logs, the afternoon was clear. Low humidity. Good visibility in all directions. Morrow had been conducting standard hourly scans, rotating through her compass bearings methodically, logging conditions. At 14:38 hours, she was preparing to make a radio report. Standard afternoon check-in. She had not yet identified anything requiring a fire-bearing call. Her hand was on the radio. She had not pressed the transmit button. She heard her own voice. Clearly. In the tower around her. Not through the radio. Not from outside. From the air of the room itself, the way sound fills an enclosed space. Fire spotted, bearing 270. Her voice, her cadence, her phrasing, exactly as she would have said it. She had not spoken, her mouth had not moved, the transmit button had not been pressed. She stood still. 3 seconds passed. Then, without deciding to, she picked up the radio, pressed transmit, and said, "Fire spotted, bearing 270. The words left her mouth before she had consciously chosen them. She heard herself saying them, as if from a slight distance. The same words. The same phrasing. Exactly what she had heard 3 seconds earlier. She swung her binoculars west to bearing 270. Smoke visible. Small fire, early stage, approximately 4 miles out in a dry drainage, she called it in. Ground crew dispatched. Fire contained same day. Morrow sat down after the transmission. Replayed the sequence in her mind. She had heard the report before making it. The words had come out of her mouth, as though they had already been decided, which, she realized, they had. 3 seconds before she opened her mouth, the echo had already said them. She filed a detailed incident note that evening. Described the sequence precisely. Included the 3-second interval. Noted that her speech had followed the echo without conscious decision. Reported it to District Fire Coordinator Howard Reyes as an auditory anomaly. Reyes logged the report. No investigation was ordered. Response notation. Possible auditory fatigue from solo rotation. Monitor ongoing. Morrow completed her rotation. The echo occurred 4 more times across the remaining weeks of her season. Same pattern, each occurrence. Her voice ahead of her by 3 seconds, reporting exactly what she was about to report. She stopped filing individual incident notes after the second occurrence. Logged them instead in a personal journal she kept separate from official records. Her end-of-season report mentioned the phenomenon once, in a single line. Auditory anomaly, documented on 5 occasions. Words spoken consistently matched prior echo. No explanation identified. Reyes acknowledged the report, filed it. No action taken. By 2010, Ridgecrest Lookout Station had accumulated incident notations referencing the echo phenomenon from 3 separate lookouts across 7 seasons. District Fire Coordinator Sylvia Odom reviewed the accumulated file in preparation for the 2010 season briefing. Each report described the same sequence. Lookout hears own voice, interval of 2 to 5 seconds. Lookout speaks words that match echo exactly. Odom noted a detail consistent across all reports. No lookout had attempted to alter their speech after hearing the echo. All had simply followed it. The 2010 rotation assigned lookout Patrick Graves to Ridgecrest. Graves was briefed on the echo reports as part of his orientation. He read Morrow's original 2003 notation and the subsequent reports. His question during briefing, "Has anyone tried saying something different?" Odom had no answer. The file contained no record of resistance attempts. Graves completed his first 6 weeks at Ridgecrest without experiencing the echo. On August 3rd, at 15:12 hours, it occurred. He heard his own voice clearly in the tower air. "Fire spotted, bearing 090. He recognized the phenomenon immediately from his briefing. He had 2 to 5 seconds before his mouth would follow. He made a deliberate decision. He would say testing echo. 2 words, completely unrelated to fire spotting. A direct deviation from what the echo had said. He focused. He formed the words intentionally. Testing echo. He could feel them ready. His mouth opened. Fire spotted. Bearing 090. Exactly what the echo had said. Not what he had intended. Not the words he had formed and prepared. The echo's words, coming out of him, as though his intention had never existed. He swung his binoculars east to bearing 090. Smoke visible. He transmitted the report. Fire confirmed. Contained by evening. Graves sat with the experience for 3 hours before filing his report. He wanted to be precise. His incident report, filed August 3rd. Echo phenomenon occurred at 15:12 hours. Heard own voice report fire at bearing 090, approximately 3 seconds before vocalization. Deliberately attempted to say alternative words, unable to do so. Spoke echo's words without volitional control. Echo controlled what I said. I was present for the speech but did not choose it. He added one further note. Requesting immediate transfer to alternate station. I cannot continue operations at a station where my speech is not under my own control. Odom approved the transfer request within 24 hours. Graves left Ridgecrest August 7th. His report was filed with the existing echo documentation. Odom added a notation of her own. First, documented resistance attempt. Speech alteration unsuccessful. Transfer approved. Recommend formal review of echo phenomenon prior to next season assignment. The formal review was not conducted before the following season. 3 more lookouts rotated through Ridgecrest across 2011 and 2012. 2 reported echo occurrences. Neither attempted resistance. Both completed their rotations. In March 2017, District Fire Coordinator Norman Ashby prepared the updated Ridgecrest orientation briefing. By that point, the echo file contained 14 documented incidents across 9 seasons, 3 resistance-adjacent reports, including Graves's 2010 account, and 1 medical report that had significantly changed how the district handled orientation. The medical report concerned lookout Ruth Carmody, 2014 season. Carmody had read the accumulated echo file during her pre-season preparation, including Graves's resistance attempt. On July 31, 2014, during her 5th week at Ridgecrest, the echo occurred. Carmody heard her own voice report a fire at bearing 315. She had read Graves's report and knew resistance was possible. She attempted it. She did not attempt to say different words. She attempted to remain silent entirely. To simply not speak after the echo. She lost consciousness 1.8 seconds after the echo completed. Regained consciousness on the tower floor 14 minutes later. Transmitted a medical emergency. Evacuated by air. Hospitalized 3 days. Neurological evaluation. Seizure event. Cause undetermined. No prior seizure history. No contributing medical conditions identified. Carmody's medical report was added to the echo file. Ashby included it in the 2017 orientation briefing as required documentation. The 2017 briefing was conducted for incoming lookout Jerome Wakefield on April 14th. Ashby walked Wakefield through the echo file chronologically. Morrow's 2003 first documentation. The accumulated reports. Graves's resistance attempt and transfer. Carmody's medical event. Wakefield. What exactly is the instruction? If I hear the echo, what do I do? Ashby. Do not resist it. Allow speech to occur naturally after the echo. Wakefield. What does resisting mean specifically? Ashby. Attempting to say different words. Attempting to stay silent. Either constitutes resistance. Wakefield. What if I want to say something different? Ashby paused. Then. You won't. By the time the echo has spoken, what you're about to say has already been determined. The echo is what you're going to say. Attempting to change it after that point causes the complications in Carmody's report. Wakefield reviewed Carmody's medical file. So my choices are, say what the echo says or have a seizure. Ashby. Your choices are, allow natural speech or resist it. We strongly recommend allowing natural speech. Wakefield completed the orientation. He was assigned to Ridgecrest for the 2017 season. He did not experience the echo during his rotation. He described himself in his end-of-season report as fortunate. His report included one observation. I spent 90 days listening for something I never heard. I'm not sure whether that's lucky or not. The lookouts who heard it at least knew what they were dealing with. I spent the whole season not knowing if the next word out of my mouth would be mine. Current operational guidance for Ridgecrest Lookout Station. Fire lookouts may experience auditory phenomena in which spoken words are perceived before vocalization occurs. This is a documented operational occurrence at this station. Do not attempt to alter speech after hearing the echo. Do not attempt to remain silent after hearing the echo. Allow speech to occur naturally following the auditory phenomenon. Resistance to the echo phenomenon, including attempts to speak different words or to suppress vocalization, may result in medical complications including loss of consciousness. See attached medical documentation. All echo occurrences should be logged in the station incident record. Personnel experiencing significant distress following echo occurrences may request transfer through standard district channels. Fire lookouts at Ridgecrest hear themselves before they speak. The echo comes first, 2 to 5 seconds. Then the mouth follows. Says exactly what the echo said. No deviation. No choice. Morrow heard it 5 times in 2003 and logged it carefully. Reyes filed it as auditory fatigue. Graves heard it once in 2010 and tried to say something else. His mouth wouldn't. He transferred immediately. Carmody heard it in 2014 and tried to stay silent. She woke up on the tower floor. The protocol now calls it a normal operational occurrence. Do not resist. Allow speech to occur naturally. Because resistance causes complications. Because you cannot change what you're about to say. Even in the 3 seconds between hearing it and saying it, it is already decided. The echo isn't repetition. It was never repetition. Repetition comes after. The echo comes before. It knows what you're going to say, 3 seconds before you say it. And you will say it. Exactly those words. In exactly that order. Wakefield spent 90 days wondering if the next word out of his mouth would be his. It was. Probably. He thinks he was fortunate. The lookouts who heard the echo know something he doesn't. That fortunate might just mean the echo hadn't decided to speak yet.